Welcome to another episode of Challenge, and in today's challenge, requested by TheScotianRacer, my challenge takes me to Need for Speed Carbon, in which the goal is to try to get a 1 million point score in the Main Street Drift using a fully upgraded Dodge Viper, like the one here, or a Chevrolet Corvette, like the one here. He gave me the option of either one, but in the sake of adding to this video and kind of, giving it a little bit more length, I'm going to use both. Because why not? So I'm going to go with the Viper first, because I'm just going by what was faster around when I was doing all those cars on University Way. And so the Corvette was the faster, so I'll go next after this. Now, of course, I find that I turned off the bit of motion blur for this, so, it's easier for me to see the walls and everything. I did do some testing to make sure that this challenge was possible and that I was capable of doing this, and the answer to both is yes. So yes, I have 3 laps to try to get 1 million, and we're already off to a pretty good start, 225,144. So get a nice slide there. Ooh, I managed to get a ×5 there. So yeah, already we're looking pretty good. I like the way the Viper drifts. It's very easy to get this thing going in a slide and very balanced. It's easy to keep the momentum of the car moving without it becoming too much of a handful. Oh shit! I completely screwed. I kind of knew I was screwed on the angle sense. Still okay. Whatever. But we're looking fine, I think. I'd say. I mean, I have 3 laps to get 1 million, and I'm already up to 417,000. No perfect entry, that one. That's okay. Oh, very close to the wall there, but just kept it off. And there we go. Over 500,000 in 1 lap. Oh, not bad. Got a little bit too close there. Alright, just try to keep this going. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. 134,000. Yeah, like I said, the Viper is really easy to get into a slide here. It's just so confined, balanced. It's very forgiving in a lot of ways. There we go. 60,000 there. We're getting pretty close to that goal, and we're only 2 laps, and we're only about 2 laps in. So. It'll be interesting to see if it takes the same amount of time when I get to the Corvette. Okay, there we go. There we go. That much better angles that time. Ah, fuck. It was until I slammed into that a little too early. I was doing that in practice. I was doing that perfectly every time, and now I actually go on footage and it's all screwing up. I swear, it's like a curse. There really is a recording curse. When you do it in practice off screen, you're doing it all nice and fine. You put yourself on footage, it goes downhill. Every time. Don't know why. Well, this is definitely possible for me to do in under 2 laps without the crashes anyway, so that I can definitely testify to. Is that even the right word to use? Oh fuck! Man, I'm getting a lot of these angles wrong. I'm not used to drifting in this game. I'm really not. Alright, anyways, we only need a little bit more anyways, so we could just crash and still bank this and we'll have it. But I'm going to try to see how much more I can get. There we go, 1 million. We've hit the target, so easy peasy. So that's technically already the challenge passed. It's pretty simple enough. I mean, I could have done a lot better with this car because I'm just screwing all these things up. There we go, look at that. 369,936 from that one. Lots of points. I've hit the wall. So see, at least I was able to get 1 lap where I managed to get that very long one. That's the best place in Main Street Drift to get as many points. So there we go. Nearly 1.5 million. So we very easily beat the target. So let's see how the Corvette gets on. And switch over to that, and away we go. Okay. Don't really need it for perfect split start when I can just do that. Okay, now the Corvette definitely feels like a bit of a different beast. Doesn't it's this car definitely, it's not as I would definitely say this car isn't as forgiving. It's certainly it's a lot more of a handful. I would say that requires more finesse and kind of balance to really get this Corvette really drifting, which is why I would say the Viper is probably better for newcomers, because it's a lot, that car is much more forgiving, but whereas the Corvette is very it's hard to predict with this car. I mean, around a track it's a different case. The Corvette's a little quicker than the Viper, but when it comes to drifting, you're gonna have to be a little more used to the physics here, because otherwise the Corvette can bite you. It's kind of weird. You think it would be the other way around, considering the two cars, but nope. It's Viper's the more forgiving, the Corvette's the more unforgiving. It's kind of a it's a very strange flip-flop, to say the least. Oh wow, I got a lot of points in that last one. 652,000 in the first lap, not too bad. I mean, again, could be better, but again, I've already met my goal, so now I'm just going to try meeting it with the Corvette, just so I could say I did it with both cars. Ooh, wow, pretty good there. Ooh, perfect combo. Or perfect line. Or, no, that's not it. Perfect entry, that's what. My bad. Getting all confused. That was pretty decent around there, too. Ah, not quite. That's okay. Yeah, when you go if you can manage to keep the speed up, you will net points like crazy, especially in this thing. Look at that, we're into the 50,000s, 60,000s, 447,727 banks from that, and we're already got 1.3 million. Ooh, the angle's a little weird, but we're okay. I will say, the one thing I'm noticing with the Corvette, is that it's definitely, it's easier to get, it does like to drift at higher speeds than the Viper does. It seems to notably get that easier than the Viper, but it is still very suddenly snappy. It can suddenly bite you when you least expect it, which is the only issue. Jesus Christ, yeah, look at that, 1.7 million. Might be, if I can get this all nailed, I might be able to do it in, might be able to get 2 million in this car, which would be pretty cool. Still no perfect entry. I was hoping for it, but no, not to be. Oh, that was really close, but I kept it off. And there we go, 2.2 million. This is, so yeah, maybe I am just a little bit better with the Corvette, or maybe I just had a really poor showing with the Viper. I don't know, but even though I don't play Carbon a whole lot these days, it's reassuring to know that I can at least get some pretty good drift scores in this game. Like I'm perfectly happy with a 2.3 million. So yeah, there you go. I passed it with both cars, with the Viper by a pretty decent margin, and with the Corvette by a country mile. In fact, I doubled the target with the Corvette. So yeah, there you go. It's a pretty simple challenge. It just takes a little bit to get used to, but yeah. It would be a little more challenging if he told me to do it in 2 laps, but he did say 3, so, you know. But there you go. So that's that. That's another challenge complete. I'm definitely doing pretty good with these challenges. There's only been 2 I failed, and one of them was just because I wanted it to fucking end, because it was going to go on for ages if I didn't. And then the other one was just not the right car in the right situation. But yeah, apart from that, though, I've been doing pretty well with these. We'll see if there's any challenges that decide to throw a curveball at me. So stay tuned for the next one and see if that turns out to be the case. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all on the next one.